In a cheerful little house with a bright yellow door lived a girl named Mimi. Mimi loved all animals, from the slow, patient snails in her garden to the big, friendly dogs she met at the park. Her favorite thing to do was draw them in her sketchbook with her sparkly crayons. One sunny afternoon, while Mimi was trying to draw a wiggly worm, she heard a tiny sound. Mew, mew. It was a small, sad sound, like a little bell tinkling from far away. She put down her crayon and followed the noise. It led her past the rose bushes, behind the big oak tree, and to a small, shivering ball of fluff huddled under a fern. It was a kitten. It was mostly white, with a little patch of gray over one eye, like a tiny pirate. Its fur was scruffy, and its big blue eyes were wide with fright. "Oh, you poor thing," Mimi whispered, kneeling down slowly so she wouldn't scare it. "Are you lost?" The kitten just shivered and let out another soft mew. Mimi knew she had to help. First, she gently scooped up the kitten, holding it close to her chest. It was so light, she could feel its little heart beating fast, like a tiny drum. "Don't worry," she cooed. "I'll take care of you." She brought the kitten inside and made it a cozy bed in a showbox with one of her softest scarves. She poured a little milk into a saucer, and the kitten, after a moment of hesitation, began to lap it up eagerly, its tiny pink tongue darting in and out. Mimi named him Patches, because of the gray patch over his eye. Mimi and Patches played all afternoon. He chased a piece of yarn and pounced on Mimi's wiggling toes, his fear forgotten. Mimi giggled and drew a picture of him in her sketchbook, making sure to get his pirate patch just right. But as the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the floor, Mimi looked at the kitten curled up in her lap. He was wonderful, but she knew he wasn't hers. Somewhere, someone was probably missing their little Patches very much. "We need to find your family," she said softly. The next morning, Mimi had an idea. She took the drawing she had made of Patches and, with her mom's help, made several copies. At the top of each one, she wrote in her best handwriting, "Have you lost this kitten? He is white with a gray patch and is very sweet." They went all around the neighborhood, taping the posters to lampposts, at the corner store, and on the bulletin board at the park. Mimi described Patches to everyone she met. "He's this small," she'd say, holding her hands apart, "and he has a little pirate patch." One more day passed, and no one called. Mimi began to worry. What if they never found his home? She gave Patches an extra long cuddle. Then, on the third day, the doorbell rang. Standing at the bright yellow door was a young boy who looked about her age, and his mother. The boy was holding one of Mimi's posters, and his eyes were sad. We think you might have our kitten," the boy said quietly. "His name is Domino." Mimi's heart did a little flip. She brought Patches or Domino out to the front door. The moment the boy saw the kitten, his face lit up like a firefly. "Domino," he cried. The kitten's ears perked up. He wiggled out of Mimi's arms, ran straight to the boy, and began rubbing against his legs, purring like a tiny motor. There was no doubt about it. Domino was home. The boy, whose name was Leo, explained that Domino had slipped out the back door during a thunderstorm. He and his family had been looking for him ever since. Mimi felt a pang of sadness to see the little kitten go, but seeing the joy on Leo's face made her feel warm and happy inside. She had done the right thing. "Thank you for taking such good care of him," Leo said, giving Mimi a grateful smile. "You're welcome," Mimi replied. "He's a very good kitten." As Leo and his mom left, Domino peeked back at Mimi from Leo's arms and let out one last, happy mew. It wasn't a lost sound anymore. It was a thank you. Mimi went back to her sketchbook. She drew a picture of a brave girl, a lost kitten, and a happy boy. And she knew, deep in her heart, that helping a friend find their way home was the best adventure of all. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.